Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sanity Conservation Squad. I'm your host, Trent, joined as always by my best friend and co host, Kendall.
I am here also.
We got a lot to talk about today, so we're just going to jump straight into it. First thing, with the new Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game that's already come out, it's been heavily discussed. If you purchase the game, then you are transphobic due to Harry Potter creator J.K. Rowling and her transphobic claims. What are your thoughts on this?
Like, in all honesty, I haven't seen like the supposed tweets. I haven't seen them, so I would have to look more into it. Do you know what she said?
I do not, and I'm going to keep it a stack. I don't feel like going through it, but I think that you should be able to separate the art from the artist.
100%.
It's like that joke on SNL not too long ago. Yes, the Ignition remix is still a fire song, but R. Kelly's a piece of shit. I mean, if you can't separate the
Yeah,
art from the artist, then what are you really doing here?
I mean, it's one of those classic things where I think a lot of people they just want not seeing the tweets. You have to take everything I say with a grain of salt, but you can't I feel like a lot of people just want to be angry nowadays, and it bothers me that even if it's not something that necessarily has to do with a certain thing, someone's going to construe it in such a way that it'll absolutely ruin everything.
Well, I mean, people are, yeah, you're right. People are angry. I mean, just look at the world that we live in today. I mean, the cost of living, first of all, is ridiculous, and the amount of money that people are making is not moving.
Absolutely not. And when it does, so the cost of living goes up, what, like $2, and then everyone's like, all right, we'll raise your pay, and you get like a 30-cent pay upgrade.
Yeah,
It's nothing to. It's just a
it
lot of chaos
it's
nowadays.
insane. I mean, and I personally think that the media display or fuels into that quite a bit. No matter
What?
what your
Oh,
political affiliations are or anything like that, it's just the media finds a way to just get people riled up.
oh yeah, and there's nothing you can really do to stop that because everyone's going to be online nowadays. We're so technologically driven. It's you're never going to find a way to stop
Oh,
that.
100%.
And
I can't tell you
it's
the last time I watched the news, though. I get all of my news through Twitter. Like anything big that's going on, I just read the headlines and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, you can't rely on anything because of bias.
Oh, 100%. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's crazy. I mean, and like the two big culprits are Fox News and CNN.
Oh, 100%. Oh, dude, talk about two sides of the same coin. Absolute opposite, political affiliations, but you can tell whenever a story is told, there's something just undercut in everything they say.
I have a drinking game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, what is it?
So we can sit down and watch Fox News or CNN or whatever. It doesn't matter which one it is. But until somebody says something blatantly like stupid or wrong or just cringe, you take a drink.
So it's constant sipping.
Yes.
Wonderful. Absolutely great.
Because why would
The
you
new
watch the news unless you were absolutely shit faced trashed and couldn't move to get the remote without fear of passing out or throwing up?
I mean, I I guess if they wanted to have people watch the news, they could just get them drunk first.
I
So
feel
that was a
like
good call.
I feel like, I would watch the news every night if they were to get me drunk. Like if they were to send me like a bottle of good Irish whiskey, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, it's time for the news."
Or at least get what if they got the anchors drunk?
I'd watch
Like
that
what?
100%.
Where's drunk news, bro? Where's
I want to
where's because
see Tucker Carlson down a bottle of something and then just try to give the news, or fucking Anderson Cooper down a bottle of something and then just try to do the news. It would be insane.
oh no, that's comedy. Like
I would watch
I
that in a
and
heartbeat.
I don't care how biased it is. If they're slurring words, that's funny shit right there.
Plus, you might get something that you never knew you needed.
100%. Oh man, I really want this now.
Yeah. Can we make this happen? What do we? I know we're a small channel. What do we have to do to make this happen?
I mean,
But I
we'll start
mean,
another show.
who's to say? Maybe we should. Okay, hold on. Who's to say they're not already doing the news fucked up?
Oh, yeah? Do you think they run drug tests
No, when you get
or
into that,
anything like that?
no, no. When you get into that higher power, I'm sure, and if you've been with the company that long, I'm sure in those situations they just skirt right under the radar. I could be wrong though.
I'm not sure if this joke is hilarious. You think they go to the bathroom, snort a line, and then they walk out and say, "Let's go talk about a shooting." like, uh, like, I feel like that's probably something they've done before.
I just took 3 tabs of acid. Let's talk about Katrina. Fuck.
Oh, we need. All right, let's get sponsored. Let's start our own news channel.
Yeah, let's
We'll
do.
have.
Let's okay for a video. Let's just get shit faced drunk and read the news.
Oh, I'm down, bro.
Let's.
Oh, we can have some. Oh, dude, we hire some of our roommates. Someone does sports. Someone does weather.
We need it.
We have two co-hosts.
It'd be you and I as the host, and then we'll get one of our roommates to do sports, the other one to do weather. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna buy a green screen.
Oh yeah.
We're doing this. It's not gonna
Oh,
come out
bro.
for a few months, but we're fucking doing this.
Oh, bro, that would be. I think this would be hilarious.
Yep. We gotta buy a green screen, and we have to get a desk and 2 office swivel chairs.
Oh, bro, I can just use my swivel chair. They're not gonna see it.
Oh hell yeah! All right, yeah, we are definitely doing this. We're doing drunk news.
Drunk news, baby. Oh, I'm excited. Good ideas all the time, every day.
Air day.
Air day.
Air day. Yeah, we're doing drunk news. This is happening. So to transition into something that's going on with the media, the show that we've been watching, the last 2 episodes came out of The Last of Us. What were your thoughts?
You know, I had lost faith in HBO because of the show they released before The Last of Us.
Which show was that?
I'm not. No, we'll keep it out of it. I don't want it coming out of my lips.
Was it Game of Thrones?
Oh, definite. Oh, yeah, 100% Game of Thrones.
No,
Yeah, that's definitely.
I genuinely don't know. What was the show? I don't
Bro,
know.
bro, like a month before we got Last of Us. that's when
Oh
Velma
yeah,
released.
Velma. Fuck yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Game of Thrones was a great show, and then they slaughtered it.
What's Velma's IMDb rating?
Oh, bro. Give me a split
Oh,
second.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, you got it.
It's a 1.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Jesus,
Fucking god.
that's bad. And then, do they have a ranking out for The Last of Us yet? Because I can't imagine that's going to be a low score.
No, it shouldn't be.
I mean, because they're staying pretty faithful to the game.
A 9.2
Deserved.
and a
Like
96
that's a
on Rotten Tomatoes.
and I was surprised. Like you expect hate, from the minority after the newest episode, because there was some kissing between men, and you'd think there's a lot of bigots out
All right,
there
well,
against that kind of stuff.
let's do episode 2 first before we get into 3, because 3 is going to take a
Okay.
minute.
All right, all right.
All right, so
Episode 2.
episode 2 was fucking nuts. I was very curious to see if they were going to go the CGI route for the clickers and stalkers and whatnot.
Oh no! Don't even get me started, dude. That was great fucking work.
The props department fucking nailed it.
Oh, dude, they scared the shit out of me on that close up. They gave us like 1 or 2 close ups, and each time you're just like, oh, goosebumps. That's spooky.
I get
no,
I
Oh,
guess
go
the
ahead.
sorry. I guess the nice thing, like I've beaten the game like fucking 5, 6 times now. And I'm playing through it again. But like even watching it, I was like kind of on the edge of my seat because I'm like, are we going to take some creative liberties? Like, are we going to have, instead of Tess getting bit, is she going to just be torn apart by a clicker then and there? Or like, what are we doing here? And I love the way instead of spores, because it wouldn't make sense. We talked about this last time about how with spores it wouldn't make sense in the practical setting that they're going for, that they allow or that the infected communicate with each other through like kind of like vines almost.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it was, either called cords or vines. I don't really remember, but like the premonition of when they're standing on the balcony, and you just see that giant group of them laying down in that shade. You're like, wow, that's menacing. And then we should have called spoiler warning, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Oh well.
Spoiler warning. But like at the end there, like you see they hint, like those vines pop up and you're like, what the fuck? And you just see that group get up and start sprinting. And that's a shit pants moment. Like
Oh,
you shit your
100%.
pants.
I kind of want to watch like after this. I kind of want to watch the last 2 episodes again.
Bro, the second episode was great, although I didn't need the zombie makeout scene with Tess there at the end.
Yeah, that one was a curveball that just made me very uncomfortable. I ain't mad at it, but it just made me very uncomfortable.
Do you think there was any pleasure in that? Do you think it feels good?
I mean, for who?
You know what? Your inability to answers me perfectly.
But
No, in no way, shape, or form. I don't think so. I just wanted to see if I could get a weird answer out of you.
fair enough. But yeah, as soon as they said we're cutting through the museum, I was just like, fuck.
Oh, you knew what was happening if you
Yep.
played the game.
I was like, shit. And then there's some parts of the game that the dialogue is torn out word for word from the game, and it fits so well.
Oh, dude, like a lot of the quips from the game you hear, like in the show, and the two actors they have playing Ellie and Joel, like my heart goes out to Pedro Pascal because he's a really good actor.
He
He's
is the
just
internet's daddy.
he can be.
He is him.
He's
He is that
Pedro
guy.
Pascal.
He is that guy.
He's that guy, pal.
Yeah.
No, and then like
He seems like a cool guy to chill and just have a drink with.
I listen. I would have a drink with Pedro.
100%.
Pedro, please come drink with us.
Pedro, come do drunk news with us.
Come be our anchor man. We'll send you somewhere in the world.
BR. Oh no, I have an idea.
What?
We get one of our roommates to go down into the part of town that we don't really go down to do live action news reporting.
Oh Jesus! I don't know if I don't know if I'd feel a drunk man out in the open doing news. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, probably not. Let's scrap that. We have to have some kind of like drunk, like live action reporter though. I mean, we can green screen it.
Oh, but then it wouldn't feel as you know, it wouldn't feel as good.
No, I've got it. I got it. So we'll pick one of the strange news headlines and we'll give like a generic backdrop and they can just report on that.
All right. I hope you're writing this shit down. This is gold. This is golden.
We'll get into strange news headlines here in a bit. That's going to be a weekly segment here, and we've got some good ones, but we'll get into that later. But episode 2, I thought was great. I liked how they did infected instead of Fedra agents.
Oh yeah, no, that it was scary. Like I think that they're really going for the zombie approach because that's what's driving people, dude.
Yeah,
Like everyone wants an apocalypse show,
but
and I feel
I also kind of want to see more of like how fucked up Fedra is.
I think the later episodes when we hard focus on it, we're gonna see some shit.
Yeah. So another thing that I was scrolling through TikTok the other night, and I've been getting a lot of The Last of Us stuff on my FYP. Not mad at it, but somebody brought up a very valid point about The Last of Us and Ellie being immune and the cure that they were allegedly supposed to make. A cure would not have been possible.
Well, no, due to it being fungal, we saw that the beginning of the second episode.
So therefore, I can't remember the character's name, but it's Abby's father. All he wanted was to be the guy that saves humanity. There was no way that the Fireflies were just going to give that shit out willingly if it worked.
Absolutely not. Even in the apocalypse, humans are corrupt beings.
Even
Dude, you're not gonna.
even then, why wouldn't you just do like I can't remember what the procedure's called, but it's like a spinal tap or something like that, where you constantly are getting DNA that's already fought off against the fungal infection to try to reverse engineer if you were desperately looking for a cure. There was no reason to kill Ellie.
No, I listen. It's. I, I don't. I listen. I need to recap the entire story, and I'm glad the show's. I'm glad we're watching the show because there's some points I need to be re-educated on.
Yeah. But we'll go
So
ahead and go from one video game to another. A video game that we played last night for a bit, Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone Season 2. It got delayed, but it's on the horizon with a new resurgence map called
are
Ashika
you?
Island, I
So
believe.
it's like it's doesn't it? It's like it's not Japan, is it?
I think it is
Because
because Castle's
is
on
it?
there. We thought that Castle was going to be a multiplayer map, but it's going to be a POI on the new resurgence map.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I really want everything they do to be successful. I want them to understand, but I feel like unless they focus more on multiplayer, like the actual multiplayer, they're not they're not going to do enough. And
Okay,
that's my only worry.
so I'm going to compare this to the last two COD games that we played because we skipped Vanguard.
Yeah.
So Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 2019, right before Season 2, it was stale as fuck.
Yeah, no it was.
Modern or Cold War before Season 2 was stale as fuck. So I think we're kind of at that point right now where it's just going to be so fucking stale for until Season 2 comes out. And then we start getting drip fed content again. And then the more or the later the seasons go, the more content we have to tie us over. Because I'm going to be honest, these
Yeah?
base maps are not it.
Oh, what? You mean the two you get to play, Tarak and Border Crossing?
With an
You
occasional
barely see.
with an occasional sprinkle of the hotel or electric.
Yeah, I'm fine with Hydro, and I actually enjoy Hotel, but I feel like they really just put their map designers on backburn to focus on like Warzone and whatnot, and that's the only thing that bothers me. I think Warzone could be a great game, but I feel like they like they're basing it off of a system that they're neglecting, which is their multiplayer and their base game.
Hot take, I like Warzone 2. There's a couple things I would change, but at its core, I like Warzone 2. I like the looting, and they're going to change it back to Warzone 1, which I liked it a little bit more. I didn't have a problem after they fixed it the first time. And they're taking care of my next major gripe. The Gulag's going back to 1v1 with overtime being capture the flag.
All right.
Um, they're making it to where all players have level 3 plate armor to start. So it's increasing the TTK. And everybody gets the same size backpack. Because you would have, because I've done it. If I get a medium or a large backpack, because they're hard to find.
Very, very hard.
All I'll do is I'll stack plates and kill streaks, and then leave one slot open, one or two slots open for like AR ammo, because you can't snipe. Sniping's
No,
worthless.
they did out with the one shot headshot, and I feel like for snipers that's okay. They should have left that shit in because if you're that skilled of a sniper, then
I think
Give it
you
to
I
them.
think you give snipers an extended one shot headshot damage range. You cap the marksman rifle one shot headshot at about 30 to 40 meters.
Yeah, no, it's listen. You can like it, and I can not like it, and we can agree to disagree.
The map is great. The map is better than Verdansk 84, and Caldera. I said what I said.
The only issue I have with it is why did they bring back buildings that you could camp on top of?
And
Like, I think
and
I think Caldera has the right idea.
I completely agree with that. The only like saving grace, I just avoid it cuz it's only one section.
Most of the time you can, but
Yeah.
like when the final circles, like either in the city or like in one of the more populated areas, you're gonna get beamed by someone on a rooftop.
But I've also figured out that like okay, so you know how you play aggressive, you go for a safe cracker so you can get some
Yeah,
coin. You don't need to do that since they added the ability to buy loadout drops now, even though they're fucking expensive. But with season 2, we're getting an increase in the number of buy stations, and I think they're doubling cash.
I don't know if doubling's the answer because if you
Well,
do a safe cracker, are they doubling safe cracker also?
no, I believe it's just base cash that you find in like boxes and stuff like that.
Listen, we'll see. We'll, dude. I don't know.
I don't
I
play
just
for
I
wins. I really don't. I play to get on with the boys and just ruin people's nights.
and there ain't nothing wrong with that. And like I say that if you're succeeding in that, keep it up because that's what gaming is about. It's not about winning. It's kind of just about bullshitting with the
Like,
boys.
I played solos a little bit. I've dropped a higher kill game, excuse me, in Warzone 2 solos than I ever did in Warzone 1. I dropped to 17 a few weeks back when I played by myself, and the most I dropped in a game of solos was like 12 in regular BR.
Listen, listen, you've always been better at solos than I can't stand playing a game solo.
Yeah,
If I get a game, I need people to play with.
yeah, but I like to play single player story games more than anything.
Well, yeah, no, you've always had that passion since like Assassin's Creed, whatnot. Like that was your baseline game. Like you were a deep follower of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And now that you've played, oh,
and I'm not gonna lie, having the channel, being able to replay a lot of these games has been fun.
well, yeah, no, it gives you a reason. And for the people that are interested, they can see your enjoyment,
I
and I feel
appreciate
like
all
that's
three of
what
you.
people. Listen, I it doesn't matter how many people watch. It matters about the people that do
Big
and
facts.
actually enjoy you.
Big
Because
facts.
seeing your reactions, you when you're scared and like the Resident Evil stuff, or like uh like when you're replaying through The Last of Us, we can see that you truly are passionate about that kind of stuff,
Bro,
and that's what.
hot take coming up about RE7.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the most anticlimactic fucking boss fight I have ever played.
wait, you said what 7?
Resident Evil 7.
Oh, bro, listen here. Agreed. I haven't. I think I played it on like one of the easiest difficulties though because horror games are not my forte.
Yeah,
I'll shit pants.
I played it on normal. And it was like the most anti like so you get the shit to kill her, you go back to the house to find where she's at. You learn that it's the grandma that is actually Evelyn. You give her the neurotoxin. She transitions into this giant goo, and you have to mag dump her with all of your bullets and ammo before you can go into the next phase. And all the next phases is you're dangling upside down, and you just have to shoot her with this special pistol.
But you weren't a fan.
No, I was hoping for like, because I mean, like the sectional boss fights, like when you fight, I think his name was Jack, the father. The first time in that little alley where he has like the giant like scissor chainsaw thing, that was fucking terrifying. I died so many times playing that.
They did very good for some of the like enemy character designs. Who doesn't want to fight a giant redneck inbred family?
Oh, 100%. I don't know. It was just super. I felt like it was super anticlimactic. But maybe that's because that was the first Resident Evil game I ever played. So I don't know if I'm just missing something in the story or what.
Trying to remember if Resident Evil started as zombies.
I don't know.
Like I don't remember, but like I remember maybe I'll look into that more later. It's not super important, but I think it started as a zombie game, but they kind of just swayed off of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the case.
So what else you got for us?
All right. So I think it's time to get into it. We're gonna go to our segment, Wacky News Headlines. I'm gonna read you 5 news headlines, and I want to hear your reaction.
All right.
So the very first one comes from. It was posted today, February 3rd, at the time of recording for this. A loose cow in California breaks windshield and poops on Tesla.
It's like wait. So like Tesla, like the electric car.
Yes.
So it poops on the car it hit.
Yes.
It's so that cow is just styling on him.
Pretty much.
Like that cow knew what it was doing. Like cer- certified dripping cow.
On God. This story has a happy ending, though. Officers arrived to find the brown cow running around the area. They determined the cow or the animal had been in a collision with a sedan. I hate that. With a sedan that
Was
shot.
that?
Yep.
Oh, oh. Uh,
Shame on you, UPI.com.
they should fire you immediately.
Yeah, it shattered the vehicle's windshield and left its hood covered in what appeared to be feces. The cow was not injured and was returned safely to its owners with some help from a local rancher.
Man, that sounds like it was just a shit situation to be in.
I hate that.
Good, good. You deserve that.
Moving
I
on.
don't know why, but I felt like it.
Moving on to our second one. Speaking of The Last of Us, dangerous fungal illness rapidly spreading across country. Doctors warn.
Like, or it's probably it's not like mind control, right? Like that shit's not, or is it just like disease driven?
So, if you think I'm gonna read the article from Fox Weather.
Oh,
Uh, Doctors are warning of a dangerous fungal illness rapidly spreading across the country. If you think it sounds like something from the cutting room floor of the Last of Us series, where a fungal infection devastates mankind, there are some very base level similarities. Oh, get the
I
shotgun.
don't like that much.
Valley fever is a significant cause of pneumonia. It affects the. Oh, hold on, I lost my place. It is a fungus. Most causes are pneumonia caused by bacteria. It's a fungus that lives in the soil and is breathed in dusty situations.
Oh, bro, I've been pulling carpets and removing drywall. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm Bye, Trent. You can have my computer.
Well, I'm gonna have to kill you if this is like The Last of Us.
Oh, well, or you can just like put me in a cage and I'll be like I'll be the chill zombie.
There are no confirmed cases where we live, but in states like Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Ohio, Michigan, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri, there have been confirmed cases.
Oh, hi, dude, please. I hope they wipe Ohio out. No offense to anyone in Ohio, but actually full offense to anyone living in Ohio.
So we'll move on to another news headline. This one's pretty comical. Well, I take that back. It's not comical. The situation is very sad. But I'm just going to read it. Kansas man dies after being shot by his own dog in a truck.
Like, full on dies?
Yes, this is from January 25th, 2023. A man has died after a dog stepped on a rifle and shot him from the rear of a truck in the U.S. state of Kansas. The victim, who has not been named by police, was found in the front passenger seat, having been struck by a bullet in the back.
Oh, bro, imagine man's best friend my ass, dude. That dog had a vengeance to set. Like that owner did something.
Yeah.
That dog knew what it was doing. And we're sure it's the dog. It wasn't like an assassination attempt against a man's life.
I don't know. Officer or a canine belonging to the owner of the pickup stepped on the rifle, causing the weapon to discharge. The fired round struck the passenger, who died of his injuries on scene.
Well, that just seems very, very inconvenient.
This article is from June 5th of 2022. A Florida man was found dead in an alligator-infested lake after fishing for frisbees to sell.
Bro, there's so many better reasons to lose your life.
The unnamed
Why
victim had made
freeze?
his living by retrieving frisbees and selling them to local disc golfers.
Bro, there's so many other. I can't fathom what the man.
Frisbee
Oh,
golf,
dude.
frisbee golf, or frisbees for frisbee golf aren't even that expensive, are they?
No, and I'm a pretty. I enjoy myself some frisbee golf, and like a really good disc will cost you like $40. I mean, there's probably more expensive ones, but my best ones were like $40. So I can't imagine buying a used frisbee that's sitting at the bottom of a lake. It just doesn't seem practical. I don't know how anyone would buy from him,
Yeah.
and he lost his life for it. What the hell?
The unidentified victim was previously caught trying to enter the lake in April, while rangers told him not to repeat the offense and warned that he would be banned if he did. He failed to heed the advice and died trying to make some much needed cash. The victim's mutilated corpse was found missing an arm on a lake by somebody walking around the park at 8 a.m.
Imagine being the person to just be out on your morning walk and you have to find a dead body, and it was all because some guy wanted to go fishing for frisbees. Not even legally, illegally. Illegally fishing for frisbees. That's must be like at this point it's Florida, right?
One of the holes in the disc golf course was 25 to 50 feet from the lake. How bad do you have to fucking miss?
I guess it must be a novice course, dude. I can't fathom. Do you think Florida has like really specific charges nowadays for like all the bullshit they have to put up with?
I would think so.
Like I imagine that they have a charge for fishing for frisbees.
There's got to be.
I can't imagine. Dude, Florida's crazy.
So we're going to move on to the last news headline for this week. This is from January 16th, 2020. This is another Kansas one. Kansas man requested a Game of Thrones style trial by combat against his ex-wife to settle their custody dispute.
Wait, so against his ex-wife?
Yep.
That man knows he's gonna win.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
He realized,
what the,
bro realized that he did not have a hope and a prayer in this case and was just like, I got two swords. Settle this like men.
wait, bro, I can't imagine, because isn't it like technically trial by combat, you're allowed to put someone in for yourself.
Yep.
Like it was more of a so imagine he's like, all right, I gotta fight my ex-wife, and he goes, and all of a sudden he's up against this big, just built dude, just absolutely towers over him, and he has like a great sword.
So I'm going to read the article from USA Today.
All right,
The samurai wannabe is a 40-year-old who told the court that his ex-wife had destroyed him legally. Thus, it only made sense that they settle their custody battle by using a tradition form of culture he most certainly knows nothing about.
what? So the man probably isn't even like trained in combat.
I don't know. The sword battle would allow him to duke it out with his ex or her attorney on the field of battle, where he will rend their souls from their corporal bodies. I say, and I quote,
What the? This man's on some. No, no, this man's not sober.
To accommodate the duel, the man asked that the district court allow him 12 weeks of lead time to either make or find some samurai swords, preferably a katana or a wakizashi.
Dude, this isn't even built different. This is built stupid, incorrectly.
In his
I
defense, at least he tried to make a compelling argument as to why the custody battle should be settled in such an extreme way. To this day, trial by combat has never been explicitly banned or restricted as a right in the United States, he said.
wait. Oh, dude, I need to fact check that shit.
Yeah, can you fact check that for me while I
Yeah,
continue
yeah, I
reading?
got you.
He asserted that the method has been used as recent as 1818 in British court, which was in fact 200 years ago and outside of the U.S. Not to mention that British sword fighting is probably a lot different than the Japanese-based duel he referred to in his request. A court or His request came from his frustrations while dealing with his ex-wife's attorney. Though he did not elaborate on the specifics, he said he wanted to match the absurd behavior he believes he received from the trial from the case. I think I met his absurdity with my own absurdity. He added that his ex wife was well within her right to choose her attorney as a champion or stand in fighter because apparently women aren't all capable of wielding swords. I'm quoting him, do not come for me. In response, they filed a resistance to his motion, but not before making a petty jab at the father's grammar. Surely he met. I'm not even going to read all that. That's a long ass fucking paragraph. He added that the duel could result in death, rendering the issues of property tax and custody moot. The lawyer asked that the court also suspend his visitation rights and that he receive psychological evaluation. But wait, there's more. He, who unsurprisingly had no experience in sword fighting, responded that trial by combat wasn't always won by death. The duel could be called when one person cries and yields to the other. Okay. Respondent and
So,
counts. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna tell you. I'm pretty sure it is no longer. It's recently been made no longer legal in the U.S.
Probably because of this dude.
I wouldn't doubt it because they're saying that it could technically be used in cases where evidence is absent, and it would basically just be a very guilty man versus obviously innocent. And if the guilty man wins, then like Jesus.
So to wrap this up, the court did not rule on either party's motion. It's nonetheless a case for the books.
That's listen. I I understand why it's not legal, but I think we should bring it back. I think that would be cool. Let's bring it back.
I agree.
Very neat. All right, what's up?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and transition into the next topic. It's just a series of questions. And then we're going to get into a
All
little bit
right.
of ranking. But the first question, this was asked by a friend of mine. Do you think a healthy Waffle House staff could go toe to toe with the Avengers?
I want to meet your friend because this is a great fucking question. You know what? If they were all built like the one chick, I would
Are
say
you talking about the
it
chick
would
that
be
was
a
like
bit.
straight up spinning tables that were thrown at her
Oh,
from Waffle
yeah,
House?
no, caught a fucking chair chucked right at her.
And she
If
just
ever, if
spun that shit off. Yeah.
Oh, I think it'd be a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him like 100% chance, but that's a 50-50.
Oh, 100%.
That's good question. Good question. Good answer. Good answer, us.
I think they could. A healthy Waffle House staff is best of 7. Give me the Waffle House in 7.
Oh, you're saying okay, you're that confident.
Yeah, give me the Waffle House in 7.
See, I think you have to think about it in the terms of 1v1s cuz I don't think like the Hulk would get beat, but I think like Captain America would get his ass whooped.
Oh, 100%.
Iron Man, that's a 50-50. I think that's a coin flip.
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye?
give me the Waffle House.
Oh,
Black
yeah,
Widow,
Waffle House. All the
Waffle
way.
House.
Waffle House.
Ant-Man, Waffle House.
Oh, that's the thing. I don't know. Ant-Man might make it.
Are we going the Thanos route where everybody was like, Ant Man could just crawl up inside Thanos' ass?
Listen, it's not a viable thing, but like, it probably would have worked.
Another question or a question that I came up with. What's the worst video game you've ever played?
Worst video game I've ever played. What game do I truly just dislike and refuse to play? And I would probably have to put it at I fucking despise Apex Legends.
Battlefield Hardline.
You think Battlefield? I thought Hardline had some
It's
positives.
ass.
No, it's
I
not
got
as
it for
bad.
my birthday. Played 30 minutes of it. My dad returned it. I told him to return it. He was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I want the new Call of Duty."
Ah, man. We gotta play some Battlefield, like one of the
That's the
past
only
Battlefields, not the
Battlefield game
newest
I've
one.
ever played,
See,
and it
I've
was
played a couple of
ass.
Battlefields, and like Battlefield 4 was the shit. Both Bad Company games were amazing, but like I guess it's the weakest of the Battlefields easily. It was a weird setting, weird situation, but I still think Apex Legends sucks ass.
You got some people that might come for you for that opinion.
Good, fight me. You know what happens when you come to this house uninvited.
I will say our response time last night was A1.
10 out of 10.
Honestly,
No one's bothering
no
us.
one's bothering us. The fact that nobody said anything either.
Oh no, it's just like get up, grab it, get ready.
Yep. All right, what's the best fast food restaurant?
Jesus. Out of the ones that I've eaten, because there's some that we haven't eaten, and I know like people would probably be like, "Oh, this is fast food and it's great." Well, it's not located in our state, but like for what we have, I think Wendy's. Sorry, I think Wendy's beats
Bro,
out everything.
Wendy's is mid as fuck. It is the most overrated burger joint I have ever had.
Clearly, you just are just wrong.
You know what I want?
What?
A Whopper, double, triple bacon Whopper.
Bro, absolutely the worst for it. You want to talk about mid? That's low tier shit.
That song's
Absolute
on
F
Spotify.
tier. I. d- Uh, you know what? Someday I wanted to have faith in humanity, but I just don't know if I can find the
I think I
courage to
lost
do
that
so.
when somebody died getting frisbee golf.
Listen, there's a lot of shit, but I think that song, every time I hear it, drains me of all confidence I've ever had. All it fills me with is rage, hatred, absolute malice.
It's insane.
It's we have a roommate who thinks that it's not bad just because of the onion rings. And I don't see the reasoning. And I'm not dissing their onion rings, but I'm saying like, bro, it's called Burger King, not Onion Ring King. You got to base it off the burgers.
The worst
I
fast food restaurant. Long John
Burger
Silver's.
King.
Long John Silver's.
No fuck no.
Long John Silver's is garbage. It's not even
I would maybe
fucking mid.
I would put it in bottom 3, but it's not worse than Burger King.
Bro, you're tweaking.
All right, yeah, okay, Mister. Oh, Burger King's good and Wendy's is mid. Go and absolutely just drown yourself
Bro, the
in
last
game.
2 times I've gone to Wendy's, the burgers have been raw as fuck.
Yeah, you go to the shittiest Wendy's in town.
The fries were
Have you
cold.
even-
The only good thing was the Frosty, and the Frosty is the most overhyped ice cream in the game.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
Go for it.
Ice cream is mid.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
I
no!
had to say it, bro.
No! Now we're just
There's
now we're
so,
just wrong.
no, there's so many more better desserts,
Like
dude. And this,
what?
you're calling me wrong? I work in a fucking bakery.
Are you gonna tell me that chocolate chip cookies are better than ice cream? Is that what we're
No, I'm
really
not
doing
gonna give you
here?
that. I will say chocolate chip cookies have more applicable like situations. You can't just have a bowl of ice cream. You can just
The fuck
have
you
a
can't!
chocolate chip
I had a
cookie
bowl of ice cream for dinner last week. That
for
explains a
dinner.
lot about me.
Motherfucker. I'm not trying to gaslight you, but you might be crazy. You might be a little crazy. The people you hang out with are just
Did your friends tell you to tell me that I'm crazy?
yeah, no, they did.
Maybe
And
you
that's
shouldn't hang
because
out
you
with
are.
them. I just want what's best for you. And if you ever leave me, I'll kill myself.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Because you know the situation we're in. Blood packs are a hell of a thing.
Oh my god. But you're gonna sit here and tell me that ice cream is not a top 5 dessert in the game. You're tweaking.
Why did you say in the game? What game are we in,
In the
Trent?
dessert game,
What am I in? Am I in a simulation?
you are.
Because it's built incorrectly. Ice cream, I'm not saying it's a bad dessert. In no way, shape, or form am I saying it's a bad dessert. I'm just saying it's not that good. It's not as good as everyone says it is.
What's better?
I think a good angel food cake with strawberry icing is
No.
top of the list. Fuck you, bud.
Angel
Fuck you.
food cake is the shit you eat at a fucking retirement home or on the 4th of July.
What kind of world do you live in?
What kind of world do I live in? What kind of world do you live in?
Alright, you don't like that answer. I think a variety cheesecake is a lot better.
I would listen to cheesecake, honestly. But angel food
I
cake,
think-
get the fuck out of here.
Listen, I think cheesecake, angel food cake, a pudding cake, I would say a well-made pumpkin pie.
A pudding cake. Do you mean fucking thick milk?
Have you ever had a pudding cake? I work in a bakery. I know what a pudding cake is. That's not right.
Pudding is just thick milk.
Oh, you're a motherfucker. And you know what I'd say is above it also? I would
What?
say brownies.
Oh
Any
my
kind of
God.
brownie.
You've been eating them special brownies, haven't you?
Yes, please, give me more.
Oh my.
And now I'm not saying, you know what would make a brownie better?
Ice cream.
Ice cream on the side. In no way, shape, or form is ice cream a bad dessert, but it is not as good as people like. It's not as that.
It
It's
is
not that
top
good.
3.
Absolutely not.
And an angel food cake is.
No, I wouldn't put that at top 3. That was just the first thing that popped in my mind. I would say top 3 are brownies, cheesecake, and a well-made pumpkin pie.
Bro,
Well-made. It's not
anybody,
all pumpkin pies.
nobody's out here having pumpkin pie unless it's the holiday season.
Yeah, I
You
wish
mean
that was different.
You mean
I
to
wish
tell
that was
me
different.
that on like a hot day in July, you're like, God damn, you know what would smack right now? A piece of pumpkin pie.
And listen, every dessert is situational. Ice cream is the most situational dessert.
It's the most versatile dessert.
No, it's not. I'm not going to eat a bowl of ice cream on a cold day.
Then you're not living your life right.
That's okay. I can see that there's nothing I can say to change your mind. And you know what? You're wrong. You're just
You know
wrong.
what? You
All
know
sorts
what's
of
you know what's
wrong.
crazy? You know what's crazy?
What? What?
Those 3 desserts that you listed, cheesecake, pumpkin pie, brownies, they're all flavors of ice cream. It's insane.
Oh, it's almost like they have to change the flavor of ice cream to make it
No,
better.
it just shows that it elevates every dessert tenfold.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Because why would you want to eat cold insert dessert here? Because warm insert dessert here is much better.
Bro, you mean to tell me that you're eating warm pumpkin pie?
What? You want cold pumpkin pie?
When I brought that pie home from Thanksgiving, I ate 3/4 of that thing cold. The other
you know
quarter
what? It
was from
super
at Thanksgiving.
And guess what? It was probably warm, and it probably tasted a lot better.
Not really. It tastes about the same.
Dude, you're doing this all wrong,
Because
man.
you know what I paired
You
it
want a
with?
cold
Do
brownie?
you know what I paired the pumpkin pie with?
Oh, let me guess. Ice cream.
Exactly.
Ice cream is a great.
Exactly.
It is a good side dish. It is
It's
not
not
a
a
good
side dish.
primary
It's the
dessert.
main. It's the main dessert.
No, absolutely not. You're wildin'. You're wildin'.
Bro, you're fucking tweaking right now.
I am being crucified for the. Don't hate me because I'm right.
No, I'm hating you because you're not only wrong, you're really wrong.
You're not just wrong. You're stupid and you're ugly, just like your mother.
Whoa!
You were gonna quote it. You just said you were gonna quote it too.
I was gonna
What are
quote
you
it.
talking
I
about?
was gonna. I was gonna quote it too. All I was gonna say was, "You're not just wrong. You're stupid." Oh no.
Okay. Agree to disagree?
We're gonna
Shake
have to
on it?
just agree to a disagree here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree here. Well, we are approaching our time for the evening. Kendall, do you have anything you want to add?
I hope everyone going into this weekend has a wonderful weekend, or any weekend in the future when you're listening.
Absolutely.
Make sure you sit down with something other than ice cream when you want to enjoy yourself, because you will see
You're
the light.
not just wrong. You're stupid. You're not just wrong. You're stupid.
You can't. No, I'm not. All right.
I'm gonna put out a poll on Twitter. I don't know if it'll get any votes, but I'm gonna put out a poll on Twitter when this goes live tomorrow about which is better, ice cream or pumpkin pie or brownies or angel food cake.
What about cheesecake? Because you're scared.
You
Cheesecake
get three.
might win.
You get three. You get to sub one out. Do you want to sub out
Then
angel food cake?
Yeah, because you know what?
Because
Maybe
we're
that's
not
my acquired
84.
taste.
Because we're not 84.
Fuck you, bud, fuck you. We're gonna end on a negative. We're gonna end arguing with each other. You gonna do this to me? Everyone's
I'm
gonna be
giving
like,
you a
"Oh no, they
chance.
broke up."
I'm giving you a chance.
Take out angel food cake. Replace it with cheesecake.
All right. I'll have my Twitter linked in the description of this episode. Give me a follow. My Twitter's not very entertaining, but anyways. But yeah.
Here, do you want to end on a positive?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Let's go Chiefs.
Let's go Chiefs, man.
Let's go Chiefs.
Let's go Chiefs.
Absolutely well deserved. Anyone who disagrees, fight me.
Cry. Cope. Seethe. Cry.
Absolutely just seethe in it.
Bengals fans' tears are fucking delicious. And I want some more. Burrowhead my ass.
It's going to be a good Super Bowl.
It's going to be.
Maybe we'll talk about that in the future.
Yeah, we'll touch on that more in next week's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that self-promotion YouTube clout bullshit. My Twitter will be linked in the description, along with Kendall's this time. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Everybody have a great week. Stay awesome. Bye.